Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and welcome back to my channel for a work with me video. You guys know that I am a full-time Poshmark eBay reseller of clothing, but I'm also a full-time YouTuber. So I have quite a bit of things that I have to do each day, and I do often when I do these work with me's, I show you guys me working on my business sort of things, like putting clothes on hangers and, taking pictures of things. But I thought today would be fun to do a little more behind the scenes look at not only what I do for my business, but also what I do for my YouTube half of my business. So you are going to be watching me do some of the things that you might be curious about. So we're doing some back end things today. I had just filmed a video. It was a recent sales video, so I am now editing it. So I have to pull in a lot of different images of sales. I format them. I make them all the same spot. I do a lot of editing. So I film 3 videos a week and I edit all my own videos. I do all the back end. I create titles. I create descriptions. I do my keywords that you guys don't even see probably, but helps you get to the video. But on top of that, I'm also doing the selling portion that you do see. That's more of the front end of my YouTube. So I thought it'd be kind of an interesting look to show you both sides today. So here's me editing. I will do this for hours, so I sped this up quite a bit for you. It's a lot of computer work, but also I think sometimes it's easy to look at each other and compare what your business looks like to other people. But for me, I know I do that too often. And for me, I do say I'm a full-time reseller, but I literally probably spend more time working on YouTube and on the other side of what I do than on actually reselling. And so sometimes I can get almost like discouraged or embarrassed that I'm not selling as much as what I think I should be because other people around me are selling that much. And that's all comparison. And sometimes I get embarrassed or scared that people won't want to watch me because I don't sell enough that people will be interested. But instead, I've got to look at it the other way, is that I invest so much time in teaching other people how to resell and invest so much time in showing what I'm finding rather than selling what I'm finding. So it's kind of the give and take. I am more invested in helping other people to be able to do this as a full-time job or just show people who are interested in thrifting what I do rather than make a ton of money doing what I do. So that's how I have to look at it. But yeah, I have to kind of balance it out because sometimes I look at other people who maybe make 1 video a week that's thrifting content and they're selling so much money and they have these employees under them and all these things, and then I cannot compare that, and you guys can't compare it either. You can't compare it to yourself. Me, it's just me. I'm a one-woman show. I say it all the time. I do all of the work. Sometimes I get help from Jeremy and GU, but mostly I just do everything myself, and then also am editing and filming and taking care of our house too. So like there's a lot that I do that I don't always, give myself credit for. Now we are transitioning from editing Bekah to listing Bekah with little Otis on the couch. I love my dog so much. He is the sweetest. He is a floofy little fluff. If you don't know Otis, he is our black golden doodle and he looks like a poodle and he's a very cuddly monster and I love him. So me trying to keep him to stay. He will for a little bit, but then he'll leave, of course. But usually this is what I do a couple times a week is listing. So you guys see me take lots of pictures of things. But what I do for listing is usually I go to Starbucks and I will go there for a few hours. I will get a drink so that it's a fun time for me. And then I will literally just sit there and list nonstop. I'll put on Taylor Swift, put her in my headphones, and then list. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting Taylor Swift on my TV. Because we're in the process of packing, our whole house is a mess. And I had a lot of packing to do this day. So you know what? I decided to just stay at home, cuddle up in the comfy corner, see my little puppy, and do some listing. Now, I get asked often how many pieces you should list a day in order to make sales. And this is going to really depend on each person and on how much you want to sell. So I know that there are some formulas out there to figure out your sell-through rate to see how many items you're actually selling a day and how many pieces you need to sell in order to meet that number. That's a really mathematical way of approaching it. And so you can definitely Google that. Maybe I can try to find that for you. For me, I list when I can. And So this month, that does not look like very much. I am not regimenting myself to list 20 items a day because I just physically cannot do that. Like right now, that's not attainable. So I know that some people are really regimented in how much they list per day, and that probably helps them to sell a more, steady amount. But I also am here to tell you that you do not have to compare yourself to those people that do that. And you also can just list how much feels right to you each day. And maybe you won't make as steady of sales, but maybe that works better for your lifestyle. I don't think that there's a certain number that you need to list a day or a certain amount of money you need to list a day. For me, if I'm in a groove of listing, I can list like maybe 20, 25 items and knock those out. But some days I don't list anything. So it really just depends. And I hope that that's encouraging to you guys too, that some days I list a lot and some days I don't list a thing, and some days I list one item, or sometimes I don't feel like listing that day or I don't have time, and so I just go on and I use Posher VA and I use that to relist items for me, at least on Poshmark, so it looks like I've been listing new items, but I actually have just been delisting and having Posher VA relist them for me. But sometimes that will increase the reach of my closet just the way it would if I was listing something new. So there's a couple different workarounds, and I just want to be an encouragement that however you choose to do it is probably totally fine. It just depends on what you want to do. It depends on your lifestyle. And I think that some people that say you have to list this many a day, I think that's ridiculous. Do what works for you. So I know that's not a perfect answer for you, but I know I'm going to get asked that. I get asked it all the time. And people ask me how many I list a day, and I don't have a number because I list a different amount every single freaking day. And that's just how it works for me, especially in this busy time of my life. I look at people that are resellers and also parents. I don't know how they can list a specific amount every day unless they literally have their kids out of the house, because it just would be so difficult. I just know it would be. And so, yeah, so that's me listing. But I also wanted to give you guys a little update, on our moving process, because I know I get questions about that as well. I'm so sorry if you hate hearing about me moving. It just is literally all consuming in everything that I think about every day, because we move, when you guys watch this video, this will be coming up on a Sunday, and that is the same day that we are driving with our U-Haul across the country. So we are getting real close. Our whole house is in shambles. We are packaging things. I did drive a 26-foot U-Haul. I picked it up and drove it, and I went and got gas, and I took it to Lowe's, and I went to Starbucks with it, and then I backed it into our parking spaces in front of our townhouse, and I felt real proud of myself. I felt like I could accomplish anything. Super, excited. I don't know if that's a lot for you guys, but for me, as a 28-year-old female, I felt real excited for myself that I was able to do something like that. That was kind of a huge, big van truck, and just drive it like a boss. So that was fun. But we are loading up that U-Haul every day after work. Today we are closing on our house. So when you're watching this, it'll be a few days ago, but we're going to go sign documents. Our house did sell. It sold for a good amount, and we're really excited about that. We're going to use that for our down payment on our next house that you guys will be seeing so soon. And it's going to be hard to say goodbye to our first house, but I'm so excited to leave Maryland. I know that some people live here and love it. Man, I did not love living here. So I'm excited to move. I'm so happy to be going back home to Indiana. Indiana might not be as exciting, but it is home, and my family lives there. My friends live there. We're moving to the Indianapolis area. I have 2 really good friends that already live in that area, and I'm excited to reconnect with some other friends that live there. I'll be within an hour and a half from a lot of my best friends. Some people still live far away, but I will have so much more support there than what we had out here. We only had one family member live pretty close here, and we never saw them. And so it's really exciting that we will get to have not only my parents close, but also Jeremy's parents will be close. And then also all of my siblings, minus one, will be very close, and we can, be part of the lives of them again, which I'm so excited for. So excited for all the support and the friends and the kind of the social interaction I've been missing. And we also said goodbye to GU this week. So it's been quite the week. GU flew home to South Korea this week, and that was heartbreaking for me. I know she is coming back to live with us again next year. GU is our exchange student. She is going to be going to school in Carmel, Indiana, and so we will have her again, but man, it was still hard saying goodbye to her because I love that girl, and so I'm excited for her to come back very soon. We are getting there. We finally got our house contracted today, as I am filming this. So it's been a really crazy time, but I'm grateful to have you guys with me here. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey and just, caring about what's going on in our actual lives, my actual life, and also for, just supporting me along the way. I appreciate it so, so much. And I think you guys are the absolute gems in this world. So yeah, that was a grueling work time, but I'm glad to be done with it. I'm excited to be moving across the country, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.